I came across this circular wooden object at an auction, and it's been a bit of a mystery. It's about 12 inches in diameter and has a few interesting features. There are two partly hollowed out knob-like things, one that's bigger than the other. There's also a lantern-looking piece made of brass, I think, in the center, in a simple wooden box. The whole thing rests on four wooden feet, and everything except the box can be removed, though I don't think they're supposed to come off. The piece in the middle, which looks like a little chimney, has two holes opposite each other. One of the holes has an angle to it, the other doesn't. There are also two tiny holes near the top of the tube. The base of the chimney has a metal lid that lifts up slightly, only about 1 centimeter, but doesn't come off as it hits the chimney. I'm wondering if this whole thing is some kind of lantern, though it seems like it's missing a glass piece. As for the wooden box, it's just a simple wooden box. The only clue I have is that tobacco was mentioned when it was being sold, but no one really gave any details on its use. There are no markings on the piece, so I'm still unsure about its exact function. Any thoughts? Could it be some kind of old smoking device or something else entirely? It's a tobacco set. The box is for storing tobacco, the knobs are used to extinguish cigars, and the brass piece is a permanent match. Typically, this would sit on top of a humidor stand. What is this thing? It's 23 inches long, with a 5.25 inches collar and a 5.5 inches knuckle. I'm not sure what kind of metal it's made from, but a magnet sticks to it. It weighs around 15 to 20 pounds. I tried using Google Lens but couldn't find anything exactly like it. There are some markings on it, but they're hard to read. Any ideas? It's a component of a helicopter rotor. The triangular section is used to secure the blades, while the spring assembly in the middle helps absorb forces and enables the rotation of the arm. Silver sphere with three flat discs attached. I found it after the storm, lying near the electric gate where a tree had fallen. The storm had torn down power lines and scattered debris everywhere, but this object stood out. It was smooth, metallic, and strangely undamaged. Curious, I tried a Google reverse image search, expecting to find something similar. Nothing. No drones, no equipment, nothing matched. Does anyone know what it is? It's the top of a flagpole. Those round things are solar-powered LEDs. Recently, while out gathering wood for my campfire, I came upon a dead tree well off trail. It was large and solidly grounded, but kindle could easily be splintered off. While pulling pieces away, a metal object inside caught my eye. I at first thought it was a bullet and levered my pocket knife into the splintered crack I had formed to see it better. It was longer than a bullet, some sort of an arrow. I really had to jab into the tree since the piece would not break free, but my curiosity needed to see the object in its entirety. I finally levered the object out, letting the wooden gap close back. The object does not stick to magnets. There is ornate detail on the top hollow cylinder. I do not believe the end to unscrew. Any guesses as to its origin, identity, and how it got there? So I texted the photo to a jeweler friend down the road. Must really be a small world because he had already seen it here. I brought it to him tonight for him to test at work tomorrow. He couldn't wait that long and took pliers to see if the end cap came off. It did, and what looks to be ashes came out. Today my jeweler friend inspected the ash-like contents found inside the tube and decided it was incense by the smell. And because he actually had some relative remains at the store, he was supposed to take hiking to different places to disperse he compared the powder to. But also inside the 18-karat gold container is a thin sheet of coiled gold soldered into the closed end. So it would appear it is some sort of mystic artifact placed there at some point by someone. No guesses on date. While renovating, a local bar uncovered a giant wheel hidden beneath the floor. The building had once been a garage, so it was likely a remnant of its past. The metal was worn but solid, hinting at years of heavy use. Any idea what it could be? This is a Lazy Susan-style turntable, originally used for maneuvering early automobiles before they had reverse gears. It allowed vehicles to be rotated for efficient parking or repair. Many early automotive shops had built-in turntables to help maneuver cars in tight spaces. The concept is similar to railway turntables used for rotating train cars. A vehicle would be brought onto the platform, rotated to align with a short track section, then moved for maintenance. This setup enabled multiple cars to be positioned on different spoke rails for simultaneous work. I picked up a pair of fixed binoculars at a garage sale, their sturdy frame and weathered look hinting at a long history. They weren't meant to be carried around. These were built to stay in one place. Any idea what this was used for? Those are a pair of vintage opera glasses, likely taken as a souvenir. They were commonly used in theaters, especially for seats farther from the stage. Many theaters had coin-operated holders attached to the seat in front, allowing patrons to rent them for a better view of the performance. While shopping at the supermarket, I noticed these small plastic baskets attached to the inside corner of the shopping cart. The rivets on them suggest they might be meant for something very specific. I asked a few staff members, but none of them seemed to know what they were for. Could they be for holding fruits or flowers? Or maybe something related to sanitary measures due to the pandemic? Any idea what it could be? It's a bits box, used to store small items like pens, batteries, and accessories. Available in red, blue, gray, or transparent, the prominently placed holder allows customers to easily see the stored items at a glance. Not very exciting, and I'm not sure why it needed to be a thing. I found this strange iridescent, dense, and hard puck-shaped object at a thrift store. This one is a strange one. The object is incredibly heavy for its size, weighing in at about 2 pounds 13 ounces. It's much harder than steel and has an extremely reflective and iridescent surface. When I tried to scratch it with a steel file, there was no mark, which rules out materials like glass or ceramics, which would typically scratch or chip. The texture near the top of the object looks like it's been formed into place, with a microcrystalline structure in some areas that look rough. Another unusual thing I noticed is that it retains heat very well. After washing it in hot water, it stayed warm to the touch for about 20 to 30 minutes. I've ruled out a few things like bismuth, glass, and ceramic, as they would scratch or chip under a steel file. I'm considering it might be something like titanium-coated material, but that's still just a guess. I'm really stumped. Any ideas on what this could be? It looks like the bottom of a silicon boule ingot. I believe many of these are byproducts from wafer manufacturing. While they might not hold much value, it's still a fascinating material. Silicon is one of the most extensively researched substances on Earth, and wafers represent decades of research and engineering. If you think about it, each processing unit in devices like phones or laptops is just a tiny rectangle, only a few millimeters across. From one wafer, you can get many units, and the raw material for all of this starts as sand. Pretty incredible when you consider the engineering marvel behind it.